Or do you use them today?
See, and these are things that like if like opportunities like when things happen or I do good in the league or even like I like my Twitch channel starts doing good, like any money that I've been donated to, how like people can donate sub to your channel, that money has gone into like I got a brand new gaming controller based on the money that people helped me get. Right, it's not a lot, but it was enough to get a pretty decent damn controller. It was an $80 controller, maybe 90.
Yeah.
It's
So I
one of
mean,
the
there's
so
for
yeah.
PC gaming, there are companies that make some pretty decent like entry level stuff. Like Corsair makes some pretty good entry level. Razer makes some pretty good entry level. Steel Series makes some pretty good entry level, and they're all easy to use because they have programs that are specific for those like products. Probably like Uhuru and Red Dragon and all this. Those are like knockoff companies. A lot of them come from China and stuff like that, and they're not really built for gaming. They're basically built for like something you give a kid, like when you just like, oh, here's your gaming mouse, it's got RGB in it, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they're hard to work with. So that's why I'm like searching the net, trying to figure out like what's the application for it. Is it worth using? Those kind of things.
Yeah. All right. Let me unplug this one. Okay. And then so where is it? Yeah, it is a Uru or a Huru. It is. I'm gonna plug it in right now while I'm looking at it, but it's model WM-07. That's the model number of it.
Yeah, Uhuru is just like Red Dragon. It's kind of a
Cheap one, I know, but you got to
it's not
understand.
really cheap.
This,
It's like a knockoff company where they try to
okay.
they claim like all this crazy shit, 20,000 DPI and all that, but the sensors are kind of me.
Well, you also got to understand, right? Not a lot of money, and then I didn't know. I don't
No, no,
know
no,
these
no, no.
things,
I'm not
so I
harping
just.
on you. I'm not harping.
No, I know,
on you.
but
What
I want
I'm
you to
telling
understand.
you is information for the future,
Yeah.
so you understand.
No, absolutely, and I've looked at some of those. I know Corsair is a good brand. I know like stuff like that. I just at the time it was like this looks like it's going to be a good mouse, and then kind of went with it based on what I could obviously afford to go off of, and that's. I'm just explaining to you like where I'm coming from. That
No, no, no. It's fine.
if I
It's fine.
could have, if I
I've been there,
could,
the same position you've been in when I was a kid. Like I was the same shit. I used to compete. Like as a child, we used to go and do lands. My parents would take me different places. I used to compete competitively in like Game Boy Color, like legitimately compete, like in Pokemon. And we would go different places. And sometimes, like when I needed products or I needed certain things, my dad would just buy like these off-brand things, and then my friends would make fun of me. And it's like, dude, it wasn't because my dad didn't have money. She just didn't know. You know what I mean?
right.
And I used to compete in Doom and Duke Nukem and Quake and shit as a kid. Yeah, man, I understand like knockoff products and stuff, and I've bought knockoff shit for my kids just because I didn't want to spend expensive. But even at $40 a mouse, there are $40 like equivalent mice from really really good companies. And I understand you're just getting started, and that's what I'm here for, is to teach you these things, Cutter, so that going forward. You're like, somebody says, no, I got this product, Wang Bang Mice Company, and you're like, no, that's bullshit company. Like you're gonna know right away. That's a douchey company, and you want
Right.
nothing to do with it. Don't spend your money on crap companies. Because for $40, you could have got like a Steel Series mouse or a Razer, like a Naga, not a Naga, but like a Razer Hyperspeed or something like that. 45. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't get it. I think I know what the problem with is the charging part doesn't want to connect, and it keeps connecting and disconnecting, and it's not even gonna.
Gotcha.
I think that it's just bad. Like I can't get it to work because I can't get it charged or turned on.
Got you. Yeah, Huru's like I said, I've heard of a Huru. I've seen them before, but I've never been like, that's an amazing company. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't have anybody telling me otherwise. It just, one, it kind of looked like it was going to be a better mouse, and then I just kind of was like, okay, this is a gaming mouse. Let me go for it. And
yeah, because the problem with China is like they make so many off-brand companies that are like just make mice, or they try to sell brands, and then when they don't sell well, they try to sell them to America or to Europe,
okay.
and they sell them for cheap. But the problem with the Huru mice, I've seen there's like a purple one that has like a pink thing on the back. I've seen it before. I know there's other colors, but I've seen this, and it comes with like a dongle, and you plug it in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then that's supposed to be wireless. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that, and they're supposed to be like, anywhere from like 4,800, 10,000 DPI or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, this one doesn't even say on the bottom like the other one. Let me see if I can find another similar cable that might actually replace this one. I don't know if it's the cable. It feels like it's the cable or the connection where it goes into the mouse to charge it, because it's completely dead right now anyway.
So is there a button? Let me ask this question. On your Red Dragon, is there a button you hit that changes the quickness of the mouse?
Yeah, it's right on top.
Distance to be?
Yeah, and it literally is under where my fingers are, and I bump it sometimes. So yeah.
Right. So there's a program. That program that I was trying to send you should be able to turn that button off and have a steady DPI that you never have to hit. So that one DPI is always on, and you can go in there and change it. That's what we're looking for, to be able to change the DPI of your mouse.
Okay, let me...
There's a tiny little board, there's a tiny little chip that's in there, and what it does is it talks to your computer, and it saves all your profile information to that mouse.
Okay, let me see if I can find another cable for this mouse. If not, then I'm going to have to just plug the Red Dragon one back in.
Right. The problem is, too, we also need to find the program for Uhuru. Because it's going to be the same situation. You got to have that application.
Okay. Okay, give me a second. Let me see if this cable, if this is the same connection. Hold on. Okay, well that fits, so let's see if it works. This is why I keep all my cables, you never know. Okay, so... Oh, it's plugged in. It might be completely dead. It's not working at all.
Right on.
But...
You at your PC right now?
I'm on my PC, yeah.
Can you,
I can't do anything.
Are you able to click on my thing?
Hold on, the light's not even coming up. Yeah, it's not recognizing the little sensor on the bottom. Maybe it needs to be charged, but what's that?
If I screen share with you, are you able to look at it?
Yeah, I gotta plug in the other mouse. Let me plug this one in my laptop to charge it, the Uhuru one. I'll use the Red Dragon for right now. Because I don't have a mouse pointer right now. Hold on. Sorry. I'm still new to all this PC stuff too, so.
Very good, brother. I can teach you all that shit too. Everything you need to know, all the basics, everything, just so you have like a rundown,
yeah.
So you don't feel like a boomer or anything.
Well, I'm not. I'm Gen X anyway.
Yeah, I was born in 1986.
I'm 53, not 73.
Right on. You're about around the same age as my dad.
And I really don't like.
But my dad
boomer
literally went to the
wrong.
Navy. He worked in networking and stuff in the Navy.
Yeah.
He worked in top secret projects and shit in the UK. And he worked in computers, and he's been a gamer ever since I was a little kid. So he's the one that got me into gaming and anime and shit like that.
Okay, we're back. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so that's
yeah. So like, I teach courses and stuff. This is literally what I do, and I'm willing to like sit with you even for a few hours and just give you the rundown of information.
Hey,
and
man,
it's
if
all.
I could pay you, I would.
No, bro, you don't owe me shit, bro. I make well enough money. Believe me.
Oh, I gotta fix that.
I have a wife that works a full-time job as a manager of a restaurant, and
It's
I
not
also
about
work part-time
that,
in different things.
It's not about how much
I know.
money you make.
I get what you're saying. Like I used to be the same way, where it was like I'm a very good-hearted person. I want to help people, and I used to be the same way. It was like, oh, I wish if I could do this for you, do that for you. But the thing is, you gotta not that you have to take that away from me, because I know you're like, oh, yeah, I could never take that away from myself. I used to say the same shit, Cutter. Like that's just who I am, and there has to get to a point where you realize that you have to do for you. but be there for people. You know what I mean? There's a fine
Yeah.
difference from giving your heart to everybody, or from just being there for people. There's a difference, and that was my problem. Is I was always trying to give my heart to every human fucking being that I was meeting, and it ruined me. Literally, Cutter, it ruined me. And
Well, I don't plan on ruining you.
no. So when I say I'm helping you, it's because I like you, Cutter. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
If
that.
any of the people who know me, like, I'm not exactly hard to get a hold of, but I don't really interact with a lot of people. I very, very much keep to myself. What friends I do have, I kind of keep to myself. Like, it's just because the circle I run with are like celebrities and esports players. I hang around with a lot of movie actors and shit. I play a lot of games with movie actors and people that people know people, and I'm always afraid that people are going to use me to get close to my like famous movie friends or my famous gaming friends. And it's like I tend to keep my circle small. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and that's absolutely. And don't ever think that anything with between you and I is me trying to get any type of come up
No,
or me
no, no.
and
I
any try to
don't. That's the point,
superstar.
Cutter. You don't have to explain yourself, brother. I'm telling you, as a man to man, if I'm helping you, it's because I like you.
Well, and I appreciate that more than you know. Other than me saying it and showing it any way I can, which is just telling you thank you, that I will never take anything that you're giving me for granted. I'm never trying to get a come up, and I'm not trying to get, elbows rubbed because you know people, man. If anything happens, it's because of just it was supposed to happen, not because I'm like, well, if I get dude, that's not what it. The fact that you're even helping me is just gonna make me better at video games. I'm good with that, right?
When we get done with you, it's going to be night and day with you. I guarantee you, after a few hours with me, you're going to feel like a new human being. I call it the God complex. When you actually learn how to aim, you actually understand DPI, and you understand like how to move your hand. It changes how you view games. It makes you feel weird because the next game you go into, when you're just beating on people, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Like, because they're going to be kids. They're going to be kids, like little teenagers who are like all hyped to play well and shit. But the difference between your gameplay and their gameplay is going to be night and day. You're going to be playing. I'm not going to say you're going to play just as good as me, Cutter, but I'm going to say you're going to be able to compete in that same circle. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's where we're trying to get you at. And all it takes is a little bit of coaching.
Okay.
Some people, like I said, some people are just born with innate ability, and like I said, they just do it and they get into it. But a lot of those guys, they end up with egos and they burn out really fast, and they don't realize that they're just ruining themselves. But then there are people who get into this because they legitimately just want to be a gamer. You know what I mean? There's a difference from a casual person that comes on and turns their console on, and a person that sits down and goes, "This is what this game is. This is what I do." Blah 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 blah. That's the type of person I am. I sit down, I analyze everything. I always have. I used to play chess. It was the same thing. I analyze everything. I read books. It's the same thing in competitive gaming. It doesn't matter what game you go into. If it's Overwatch or it's fucking Tetris, brother. It's. I always say Tetris because Tetris is one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Is there's complex movements and there's complex things. But once you teach yourself those things, it's night and day.
All right.
That's why I would say I'm 38, and there are a lot of people who say like I'm washed up because I'm 38. But in reality,
Nope.
I may not have as quick reflexes as a 20-year-old kid anymore, but my gaming experience over the years and things that I know will always outshine a 20-year-old child who just has fucking raw aim.
Well,
always.
I don't ever think you're washed up, and people who say that are the same people that won't let me stop being an
know,
alcoholic.
Brother, I've had things written about me in like gaming news and shit. And there's always like it's always either negative or it's not always negative, but it's always just something, and it's always hearsay shit or something like that.
Do you know
and I'm
how
glad I'm out of that.
Go ahead, finish.
I'm just saying I'm glad I'm out of that life, Connor.
Yeah.
Because social media is such a fucking rat trap. It literally starts to eat you alive, brother. It gets to a point where you're like you always start out. Everybody starts out going, I know if I get famous, I'm going to be humble. I'm going to be this and I'm going to be that. I know I would never do this. I know. But once you start building that ego, it's like it's not a true ego where you're just like, I'm fucking better than you. It's like there's something about it where you start guarding yourself and you start realizing you're making something, you're doing something. You don't want people to take that from you. And then people are interacting. You're afraid somebody's going to use you to do something. And then before you know it, spiraled out. And after about a year of actually like starting to make it in social media, you start spiraling. It literally eats you alive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I judge people on how like we interact. So I mean, how you treat me is going to be like what my opinion is of, like.
That's how I am.
So, like, if somebody wants to write that you're washed up, well, and unless you prove to me that that's what's happening or that's how you treat me, then I'm not going to think that.
No, it's just hearsay. That's just the way the media does stuff, brother.
I know. Dude, they want to bring down people that are doing good. That's just people don't like to watch other people be better. And
it's not even that, Cutter. It's a weird world that I live in. Esports is a weird world. So I used to own one of the largest esports organizations in North America. I was a co-owner with another gentleman. I'm not sure if you're streaming right now, so I'm not going to throw his name out there. If you want to Google it, you can go ahead. Okay, so if you want to Google it, you can. You can get my real name. Everything's online. I used to own, CF Esports, Coalfire Esports. It was one of the best, for honor teams in the world. I was one of the top Orochi players in the world. In that org, I used to play Paladins for them. I used to do a lot of stuff, CSGO teams. I used to own all kinds of teams. I'd be up to like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning making phone calls to the Netherlands trying to get fucking bus tickets and plane tickets and train tickets for people to go to LAN events all across Europe, Canada, US, everything. I ran everything. So me and the co-owner of that gentleman, we have amicably split apart. We don't talk to each other. We don't even have the same friends or anything anymore. But we used to own that organization together. When we split up, and that organization went downhill, we used to have a Discord, like one of these. We were one of the first Discords that had, we almost 10,000 people in it. Organization was massive. We had jerseys, the sweatshirts, the everything. I owned that org. And when him and I split, he went on to kind of bullshit his way through another team, a very well-known team that played Smash Brothers and a bunch of other games, Brawlhalla. I think I don't know, some other games, Call of Duty, some. But he bullshit his way. He took some people from that organization. Then he met some other people online, and he ended up creating the largest esports organization in the world that still exists today. And you can Google it. That gentleman, the first thing they ever wrote about him, and we're talking about somebody who had never even touched esports 2 years prior, that he was an esports industry veteran. Cutter, do you know how that made me feel? I'm just saying, you imagine that, like, an esports veteran, Cutter. And that's what they wrote about him. And it fucked me up so bad that I went into a mental hospital for over 6 months. I was dealing with severe anxiety over the whole situation. And my body's shaking and everything. That's what I was talking about. That's why I'm writing the book that I am. Because I want people to understand how people use other people. And a lot of people mean well, but they don't realize that most of the generation of people who are in the esports world could give you nothing. They don't care about anybody else. They're so full of themselves because they are some of the top 5% of gamers in the world. They don't care about nobody. And all I've ever wanted to do is to give other people the ability that I have. Because I look at it as kind of like vampire syndrome, Cutter. If I can come to you and bite you and give you the same skills I have, it changes your outlook and your view of yourself, and it changes the way you feel as a gamer. It's the same thing I told Killer. Killer's in here right now. I've worked with Killer with his aim.
Oh, hi, Killer.
I've worked with Killer in his aim.
Yeah.
And, how do you feel, Killer, like, now?
I feel a lot more confident in when I'm aiming and stuff. Yeah, I have my moment. The only time that I have those moments is when you yourself is like you're exhausted, you know what I mean? That's what I'm like, oh no, I can't. I gotta hit it to bed because my aim's way off. But like ever since like I took on that training with Blessed and kind of got that mentorship from him and a few others, but it's improved like quite a bit, like a lot. Like even Toji mentioned that he noticed a huge improvement with my gameplay and that's big, right? So with that, right, like I said, Blessed will give you all the right tools to figure it out. And if you don't understand something right away, like he'll try to explain it the best that he can and in different scenarios to better involve yourself with the topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way you don't feel confused at all at any point, or if there is questions, always ask questions, dude.
But that's all I wanted to do, Cutter, and this is why I try to get back to people, because I'd say 95% of gamers should go out there and they game every night. They're all ego-driven. Oh, let's get this rank. Let's do this. Let's do that. You'll never be they're real gamers, but they're not competitive gamers. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The fine difference between an esports gamer as a competitive gamer and a pro professional, Cutter, in my world, is that you get paid to play a game. That's the difference. A competitive gamer can play just as well as a pro gamer. To get to competitive, like the competitive life, is just to compete at a high level.
Right.
We're going to get you to that point, Cutter, so you can consider yourself a competitive gamer. Not just a guy who turns his computer on. Do you understand?
Right, which is what I don't want to be.
Yeah, we got you. I'm going to hook you up, brother.
He's going to turn you from casual to fucking right-click.
Sweaty. Sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about time I sweat on some motherfuckers, right? Excuse me.
While you're setting that up, I'll be back. Also,
hey, I got good news.
Did you look at my screen?
I got good news. Yeah, I've looked at your screen. That's an awesome comic book, but I have good news. I was able to find and download, I guess, the right proper Red Dragon program, and I'm looking at my mouse, and the program is open right now, so we can work on that when you get back.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm showing you?
Yeah.
Now I do. Yeah.
Okay, so this is my Razer mouse that I'm using right now. This is the one I use just gaming. This is not even my like pro mouse, the one I use in like high level gaming, because I have one, but pretty much the settings are the same. So you see this thing is called DPI.
Yeah.
What your mouse has right now is this.
Yeah, mine's
right
lined
now.
up different.
We're gonna turn that off, so there's just one consistent thing. So no matter how many times you hit that button, it's just on the same thing.
What am I turning off?
We're gonna. You'll have to show me in a second. I need to use the restroom,
okay.
But I'm gonna show you the sensitivity stages. You need to turn those off, and we're gonna work on your polling rate to make sure that you have the right polling rate, and we're gonna calibrate your mouse to your mouse pad, and then we need to see how much space you have to move, and how much your movement is in your arm. We need to retrain your brain. Okay.
Okay, and I'll move this program over onto my stream, so because I don't, or I can try to screen share, or you can just watch my stream, and I'll put this over on so you can see it. Will that work either way?
Yeah. I need to be able to see everything you're doing, so we can go through all your programs. We can go through Windows. We're going to go through your drivers. We're going to make sure that you don't have anything that's accelerating your mouse, because there are
make sure your PC's at peak performance, and like it's going to run things.
Well,
that
then we can maybe we can teach other people. So I'll just do it on my. So if you see my stream, I have up that software, that mouse program up right now. So when you get back,
okay, I'm gonna open up your stream, and then I'm gonna go use the restroom. I just got to pee so bad. I've had
no, you're fine.
Water and soda.
You got to stay hydrated, but soda's not going to do it. Water.
Oh, now I've had so much water. That's the problem. I'm finally drinking sugar, and now my body's pushing all that sugar out because I have water in my body.
Yeah. Sugar water.
Sugar. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's amazing that you guys are even or he's going to help me. Like, the fact that he's helping me is, like, crazy, and you guys, like, these are things that nobody ever cared enough to take any time to, and part of it is because of how I kept people at a distance, because who wanted to sit there and deal with a stupid drunk, right? And I hate to bring it up, but that's who I was for 52 years. I've only been, sober 2.5 years, right? So like I'm still trying to build I'm just trying to build everything, whether it's like a life, whether it's a place to live, an RV to travel, any of that. So
well, Cutter, you're in the right place for it. I told you that before.
I know.
And so did Mike. You're in the perfect place for it. That they're gonna help you figure everything out, right? They're gonna teach you things that not a lot of people get the time and the chance to really get to sit down and get taught.
Yeah, and that's the thing
people pay like big bucks for this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they're more than willing to just come over and be like, "Hey, man, I got you." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's amazing.
You're the best place for it. Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna take really good care of you.
And that's awesome. It's just this is something that I've never had, right? Never had this. So it's crazy. So yeah, I'm like, other than say, thank you 1,000 times or apologize for like where I feel like I'm putting somebody out. I know that I'm not. I know he's offering it and all that. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to tell you where I'm coming from past experiences, that I always feel like I'm a burden or an inconvenience. And even to this day, I feel like I'm an inconvenience to people. And that's why every day I battle with I use the positivity from the GGL to counterset that. Cause I'm like, you know what? These people give a fuck. Right. So who cares about this person? But I still have to truly believe that in myself, because I've always felt like, I'll be honest, I've always felt like a failure, right? I never did anything with anything. I always said I always made empty promises, said I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I was not good to people, but I always thought I was still a good person at heart. I just and nobody bothered to see it, or maybe I stopped them from seeing it. So like things like this
Well,
are kind of new to
you're
me.
in a,
So
you're in a safe place, Cutter. You're in a safe place.
All right, let's see what you got going here. Centrophorus.
now you're gonna have about probably an 8.5 second delay. So
It's fine. Can you go to advanced settings for me?
I can't. Yes.
I was joking with Toji today, fucking, when he'd mentioned that like the tournament, the mini tournament was today. I was like, no, I was so stoked to play Doom.
Oof.
Yeah, and then I was
Okay,
like,
DPI settings. Can you click on the DPI settings for me?
Yeah, that's what it was on. So that's the. So you saw what you needed to see there,
Yeah. So that's all fine. That's exactly where it needs to be.
and then that's the DPI setting.
Okay, so we got to figure out how to turn stages off. Can you scroll down, or is that everything on that
That's
page?
everything on that page.
Okay, so button assign. Click button assign.
Okay. It has button sign 1, and it has left, and then an empty slot on the right.
Okay, which on that mouse, which of those numbers is the one that's changing your DPI, or is it none of?
Say that again.
Which of those numbers is the one that's changing the speed of your mouse?
Does that mean we
Is
have
it
to go
none of
back?
them?
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're asking me. I'm sorry.
So you said there's a button on your mouse that changes the speed.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's not. See this black one where the red arrow. You'll see it in a second. Where the red arrow is
Little
pointing.
chevron. Okay.
That's the one that changes. I'm sorry that I didn't understand what you were saying. I'm sorry.
No. You're fine. You're fine. All right. So go to Macro Manager. Let's see if Macro Manager has it already preset up. It does not. Okay. So on the right hand side, where it says Profile, it says Edit, Import, Export. Hit Edit. I'm just trying to see what everything in this program has.
It won't let me from this. It's grayed out. It's not letting me do anything.
Okay. So make sure you cancel out the Macro Manager.
Okay, and you want? Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. Okay, you said go to edit.
Yeah. Edit.
Okay. It just comes up with the box that says name and then profile and auto switch blank.
Okay. No poop. All right. So we got to figure out. So hit cancel on this.
There's
DPI setting. Go to DPI setting again.
yeah, it goes 816.24. You're trying to get it where those turn off.
Yeah, where we just have one single
Maybe
thing.
advanced.
Is it under there? We just need you at 800 DPI. We need you to stay at 800.
Light settings, DPI settings. I mean, it doesn't. It looks like the only thing I could do is move those meters down to the 400.
Can you move them down to 800 and just keep them at 800? Each one?
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay. I would have to, and then apply.
Yeah, and then apply. Okay, so that will keep you steady no matter what you push on that button.
Okay, yeah, the mouse is moving.
Nice. There we go. Okay, so I need you down at the very, very bottom where it says search. Not in that program. You can turn that program off now.
Yeah.
Just
close it out. Okay.
Yeah, just close it out.
Okay.
All right, so down at the bottom in your Windows thing, this is where the square Windows, whatever, says search.
Yeah.
Go on your search bar.
Okay.
Type in mouse. It should bring up mouse settings.
Yeah.
In the search bar. Okay.
Let me move this screen
Yep,
over.
mouse settings. There you go.
Now it's moving slower than I'm used to on a screen. So can I click that button to
Right.
move it? That's not going to affect what we just did, right? Or do I want
What do
it
you mean?
moving at? Because I'm used to the mouse pointer moving like faster across the screen, and it slowed it down. So, or is that how I want it?
That's how you want it. You want to get used to that. It's this muscle memory because your brain's confused. It'd be
Okay.
like, what's the best way I can explain it to you? Like you said, you used to drink. When you drink and all of a sudden you feel kind of like limber and you almost feel, I don't want to say godly, but you almost feel like
Yeah.
your inhibitions
like
go down.
Moose.
That's what
Yeah, your
alcohol does
inhibitions go
to
down.
you. Yeah, absolutely.
So your brain does the same thing with muscle memory. So when you learn the movements as a DPI, your brain gets so used to it that it's like, this is normal. And then when you shut that off, your brain's like, what the fuck is going on? That's basically what's going on right now. So we got to retrain your brain.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is weird for me right now.
Yeah. But you'll get used to it because it'll be more precise.
Okay.
When you go to click on your buttons on your screen, it'll be way much more precise.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, where it says additional mouse settings, click that.
Okay. It's set like right in the middle.
Okay, so I need you to move it over because I can't see behind your...
Oh, I'm sorry. My fat head? Oh, my others.
No, it's in your thing, yeah.
Oh, they're my camera. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so go to pointers.
Pointers. Okay.
Okay, pointer options. Okay, so... Okay, so they're all turned off, everything you need. Okay, so just push OK.
Oh, it changed my thing to white. What the hell?
Oh, you can change it yourself. You can go in there and change your whatever colors you want.
Yeah, I didn't mean to change that. I had it red because I was having a hard time like seeing it before.
Okay, so do you have? Oh, well, that's great information. So now we can work with that too.
Where did it go? It's not letting me.
It's at the top where it says themes.
Where? I'm sorry.
You can find which one you want.
Well, I was trying to get it back to the red one because it's easier to see.
Yeah, just go to schemes and you just find the one that you want.
I don't see that. Oh, in the...
Scheme? Yeah.
How come I don't... I'm sorry.
Under pointers, it'll say schemes.
Oh, okay. I had it red because it's just easier for my eyes to see it, but I don't know where it went. Fuck it. Just give me whatever it is. That's fine. I'll mess with. That's not the most important thing. I just the way they had it before, I couldn't see it anywhere.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh,
you can also download schemes too. I can help you find schemes if you ever want them.
Yeah. Can you? Yeah, I would because I actually wanted to change it.
Yeah. We can find some for you.
Do I need to have that settings thing back up again? I closed it out on accident.
No. The only thing we need is for you to start at Marble Rose.
Oh shit. Okay. Let me do that now. I closed it out because of trying to switch everything out. Yeah, this is gonna.
This is where the massive transformation is gonna happen, Cutter. This is your come and stay. This is where it's gonna happen. You ready?
My come and stay.
You're ready to enter the Taj Mahal now.
We're gonna hook you up, brother.
I feel like music, like bum bum bum. Cutter is walking into a new territory. Territory like no other.
My only problem here that I might get frustrated, and it's not you personally, it's just the fact that I have to wait 8 seconds to see what you're doing. So the problem is I need to be able to see what you're doing right at the moment so that I can correct it. So
I can try to screen share the game. The only thing is I know sometimes when you screen share in Discord, when I click on my other screen, it just blacks out the screen for you.
Oh, it's fine. I'll try to work with you the best I can. It's just very hard for me to try to figure out what's going on because I'm able to watch your movements right at that time.
Let me see
because of the delay, yeah.
Let me see if I can get in on screen share and see if it doesn't do that. I'll put it in here. But I don't know if once I click over here... Yeah, see, when I click over there on the game, it blacks it out for you guys, and I don't know why it does that in Discord.
No. So when you're screen sharing, what are you screen sharing? The application or the screen?
I'm trying to screen share the screen.
No. So you want to do application only.
Okay, I don't know how. Okay, so let me close this.
Yeah, so close it.
Okay, and then
so
click.
when you click it, at the top it'll say application, entire screen, and device.
Yeah,
application,
screens.
Okay, start the game and then start it. Start the application and then start it. Once you click on that, it'll show the application. You just want to share the application.
So I want to share launcher or
no. Start the game.
Okay,
Start the game and then show. Holy games, brother! How many SSDs you have?
So,
Out of so many video games. Download.
oh, I have 2 external drives plugged because it only came with a gigabyte.
Oh, okay.
It only came with a gigabyte or 1 terabyte hard drive. Is that right?
So what are you running Rivals on?
It should be on the internal. I think it's on the internal SSD drive. I'd have to look.
Oh, okay. You always want to make sure games you're always constantly playing, especially games like Call of Duty, Metro, Starship Troopers, things like that, Squad. You always want those on an SSD
See,
because they
it
won't
still
load very
does
fast.
it. I did it the way that you told me to, and it still does it. Anytime I click on my screen. Can you see my screen shared in here, or is it black for you guys? Like, can
No,
you
I
see?
can see it.
Oh,
I can see it perfectly.
then it goes dark for me. Okay.
Oh no, it will do that. It'll shut itself off so you can't see it, but we
That
can see
okay.
it.
That's where I kept thinking it was shutting off
Yeah,
for
no,
you
no, no,
guys.
no. It shuts it off so you don't have too much going on your screen.
Dude,
Yeah, we
I
can see
don't.
it perfectly.
I told you I don't know a lot of this stuff, man. I never had an
Okay,
opportunity.
no,
to
I
learn.
got
It helps your computer run a lot better with it not running in the background as well.
Okay, so here's the thing. You need to pick a monitor that you're specifically going to play on. Do you have a monitor in front of you that you're playing on
Yeah, I
all the
always
time?
play on the one to my left. That primary monitor to my left. I have to
Okay,
change
but it's
that.
not directly in front of you?
Oh yeah, there's 2 monitors directly in front of me, and the one on the left is the main gaming monitor. The one on
But
the
I'm
right.
saying, are you in the center of that monitor?
Yeah, if I look at it the right way. I mean, I'm looking right at it.
Confused.
So, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm sitting at my desk and I have 2 27-inch curved monitors in front of me, side by side, but I can turn my chair and stare directly at the gaming one. So I'm right in the middle of it.
27 inches? You playing on 27 inches?
They're 2 27-inch curved monitors, yeah.
Okay.
Is that too small? Is that too big?
Pretty big, brother. For an FPS, it is. It's massive.
Hey man, I just thought, I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's
Nice
fine. It's fine.
gaming
It's fine.
monitors.
I can work with you. Is when your eyesight? Are you directly in the center of your monitor? Where are you? When you're looking at it, where is
Yeah.
it at in front of you?
Right in the middle of me.
Okay,
Because it's
so your
turned.
eyes are looking
It's turned, so it's not like, even though it's a curved monitor, it's not sitting like, with the legs straight forward. It's not like straight. It's turned.
But
so
what I'm saying is, when you're looking into the monitor,
yeah,
okay, your monitor, the top. Say if you put your monitor from the top to the bottom in 4 portions, going lateral
yeah,
or horizontal, okay, your eyes need to be looking in the top 1/4 of that monitor, not the center of it, the top 1/4 of it.
okay.
I'm waiting. When you're looking at it, where's it at? Is it you're in the top 1/4 of it, or you're looking directly in the middle of it?
I mean, the way it's set up, I'm looking directly in the middle. My eyesight is like right in the middle of the monitor.
Yeah. So what'll end up happening when you're doing this, when motion blur starts kicking in, which is what your brain will start picking up, was you'll lose track of the target. That's why everybody, when they play at arm's length. So if you sit directly sitting up instead of relaxing, if you're sitting straight up, right?
Yeah.
And say you're sitting in an office chair and you put your arms straight at an L
Yeah.
when you're sitting down, when your wrist, is it on the pad itself, or are you just have your hand and wrist like on the edge of the table? Oh, I can see it from here. Yeah. So
Yeah.
see how you're sitting
Yeah.
with your wrist is on the edge of the table?
Yeah.
That's no bueno.
Okay. Well, I don't have a lot of desk space either, man. Right.
Got you. So I'm gonna help you with that too. So
Okay.
your keyboard, have you ever heard of? No, you wouldn't have heard this, so it's hard to explain it to you. So I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show you, screen share my camera with you, just so you can see what I'm talking about, and you can start setting it up specific to this, and you can start working on this.
Okay.
And once you actually get this down, it'll be night and day for you. Okay, you see my keyboard?
Yeah.
Mine, all this is nasty. I need to replace this. So I have a huge mouse pad.
Yeah.
My hand and everything. So my wrist is up here.
Okay.
Okay? My keyboard is at an angle from me, and my hand is like this.
Okay.
So I have this space. See this?
Yeah.
Your keyboard up, and this is good for your hands too, so you won't get like carpal tunnel, or your hands won't start hurting. They won't cramp, because when you play like this, your wrist is constantly locking, and it gets stuck like this, and it's hard because these muscles in your hands start to hurt. So when you're at an angle, your hand relaxes, and it's just pushing these AWSTs. Sorry, with this, your fingers will hit like this. You can hit the space bar and all that. See?
Okay.
So just a little bit at an angle.
Probably should move my tablet then. This thing is probably...
No, it's all good.
Let me just put this over here.
Yeah. So your keyboard, what you're going to want to do is just turn it. You want the right side of your keyboard to go towards your belly button.
The right side of it? Oh, so I have it turned the wrong way. I want it to go like this.
Let me see. Other way. Other way.
No, I'm turning... You gotta wait.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
I have to
Do you feel your wrist now? See how it feels relaxed?
Yeah.
You can move it around. Just kind of move it around with your thumb until it feels perfect, where your arm and everything feels relaxed. And if you have a armrest,
I have,
you can use one right now.
have one
Yeah.
of
So
these,
set it up so you feel comfortable.
Yeah, like that. Okay.
You can move it even at a more of an angle if you want to. Just up till the point where your fingers just rest on the AWSTs and your shift and your thumb is on the mouse bar, and there's not much movement you have to do. So your hand just feels comfortable.
Okay.
Does that feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And you can adjust it a little bit more. Just make sure that you have it to the point where your hand feels comfortable.
Okay.
Now you see how much more room you have right of your keyboard now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you always want at least, if you were to spread your thumb to the end of your pinky, you want at least that much room. At least, that's of minimum. More room you have, the better you're going to have with your aim. When you're holding your mouse, I want you to take the palm of your hand, take the bottom palm of your hand, and if I need to turn my camera on, I'll show you again. But the palm of your hand, actually, I'll turn my camera on so you can see it.
Okay. Is my stream still showing? Because on my Discord it says
yeah, we can see your stream.
Okay.
Stream's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that bottom part right there? Okay.
You just want to gently put it down, and you want to adjust so that your palm, the back of your palm, rides on the mouse. None of your palms should be hitting the mouse pad at all.
Oh,
the only thing it should be touching.
I've been doing it like this, and you want me to do it like so. The tips of my fingers are even a little bit over the front end of the mouse.
Yeah, just a little bit, and you can arch them a bit too if you want to.
Yeah.
It's a little more precision, so you can put your left and you want it. Your thumb needs to grip the side of the mouse to the point where your left, far right ring finger, your far right ring finger and your pinky finger on your right hand are gripping the top to the center of the mouse, and your thumb is pushing in flat on the edge of the mouse.
Okay. Okay.
It should feel good.
Yeah.
Once you get it down, okay?
Okay.
And just move your hand around a little bit, and you see how it glides.
Yeah.
It feels more glidey. And what you're wanting to do is you're using your arm. I want you to just glide your arm left to right. Don't move your hand. Just keep your hand straight, like a stick, from your hand to your elbow, and just move your arm left to right.
Oh, like pivot from the elbow?
Yeah, pivot from the elbow.
Okay.
Just gonna do that for a second. It's so that your brain is adjusting to what's going on. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to anything. Just you're getting used to that movement.
Okay.
Now, I also want to keep your left hand also on your keys, and just imagine you're hitting the AWS keys. Don't actually hit them because I don't want you to mess up anything. But
okay.
Yeah. And just adjust it so that your hand feels relaxed on those AWS keys.
So am I turning my wrist when I'm doing this back and forth, or am I moving the whole?
No, just move your forearm.
Okay.
We'll get to the point of that, and then there's a reason, and you're going to be like, okay, so why'd you have me do this? And you're going to see why.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, let's go into practice mode.
Okay. Oh, we have to group up first, huh?
No. Just you.
Oh, just me? Oh, okay.
Just you.
The game's lagging. Hopefully it'll catch itself up. That's because of my graphics memory.
No, you're fine. We'll have to worry about this later once you get some training done. So you said red is the easiest color for you to track?
Yeah, because it seemed to stand out a little bit better. Because the
Okay.
white one, like when you open like web pages or applications or Word, it's white, and so I couldn't find the keys very well and stuff.
Did you? You jumped into a game.
No, I didn't. No. I'm gonna get. I said practice versus AI.
No,
Isn't-
you want practice. Just the practice area. You don't want the versus AI.
Oh, I went to the wrong spot. Oh,
But yeah, just go to the training ground. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's still under. I hit play and it's still under. Is it under change mode, right?
Yeah, change mode, and then it should be under at the top, very, very top.
That's where it was. I was looking down over here. Okay.
Practice range.
Practice range.
We're gonna fix your reticle, and we're gonna fix your aim, and this is where the transformation is gonna happen, Cutter.
Okay.
Now, as far as other things in the game, those are things you can teach yourself, and things we can teach you, and some of the other guys can teach you. But
Okay.
as far as just getting your aim down and feeling confident about being able to hit somebody in the face, this is where we're gonna get you.
Okay.
Grab soldier for me.
But only if
Punisher.
it survives this chaos.
Do what?
Grab Punisher for me.
Oh, you mean you choose Punisher, not Scarlet?
Yeah. Grab Punisher.
Okay. When you said that, I thought you meant like one of the NPCs you want me, because there's
No,
an
no,
ability that they pull one of the characters forward. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
dude.
that's the other part of this.
You're gonna have to bear with me, man.
No, you don't have to keep apologizing, brother. You're good.
Okay.
You hurt people. I hurt
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna share with something with you. Let me start my game up, and I'm gonna share this with. And I want you to put this in the game, and this is gonna change your reticle to something that is gonna work for you.
Okay. Are you jumping in or something, or are you just?
No. I'm just gonna
okay.
share this with you. I'm just gonna send this to you.
Bogeys incoming. Smoke screen.
I'm gonna send this to you in Discord.
Okay. Are you DMing it to me, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want you to copy that whole thing from the 4 all the way to the semicolon. Just Control C. Whatever you gotta do.
Copy the whole thing.
Copy the whole thing, and then go
Okay.
back in game.
Copy. Okay. And then go back in.
Okay. Now hit escape. Yep. Go in the game. Hit escape. Go to settings. Go up to keyboard. Go down.
Now this right here, I changed all this sensitivity because it kept driving me. I thought.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that in a minute. Just
Okay,
don't worry
so
about
go
it. That.
down
We're gonna fix this.
All right. So
Go to reticle save. Save a reticle save, and there's that little file thing that has an arrow in it.
Oh,
Click
yeah.
that. It's called import save.
and
Now,
put the code.
paste it in there. Yes.
It won't. Maybe let me try it again. Let me try it again. It's what is it? Control V that's paste.
Yeah. Control V is copy.
There it goes,
And then-
'cause-
or Control C. Sorry. Yeah.
I was trying to right click and paste and it wasn't letting me, but that did it.
And then just confirm.
Dude. I sometimes it takes me a minute.
Nope. So this is blue, and what we're gonna do is scroll down. Scroll down on the HUD on the reticle itself, all the way to the bottom of the reticle.
What Are you talking? Oh, over here. Okay.
Yeah. So see where it says HUD, reticle save, reticle, all that. Scroll down. Go to hit advanced. Underneath the crosshair.
Did I go too far?
Yeah. See where it says circle crosshair and it has a plus sign?
Save reticle?
No.
Okay.
See where it says advanced? And there's a plus sign?
I don't. How come I'm not seeing these things?
Advanced, right there. You have your reticle on it. Your thing. It
Oh
says
my
advanced on the left hand
Jesus
side. There's a plus.
Christ. I'm looking right at it. Okay, and then hit that plus sign?
Yeah. Hit that plus sign. We're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Till you get to the colors. Alright, so right here where it says blue, we're going to turn that red. Like super red. So take the thing where it says color, hue, turn that all the way to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Then scroll all the way back to the top where it had all the save and crap at.
Save as new.
Save as new. And just put whatever you want, X or whatever.
I'm going to call it Cutter.
Hit confirm. Okay. At the
I need
very top,
Okay.
Heads up.
the very top, there's a thing called Other, Accessibility, and Social. I want you to hit Other. Or sorry, Accessibility. Alright, so where it says Ally Color, click on that.
Okay.
Now, do you like blue or green better for teammates?
Oh, God. Probably green. You know? Green.
Okay, so scroll down. Scroll
Okay.
down in the colors. I would either go with green or yellow-green.
Okay.
Okay, enemy color.
Probably red.
We're going to go all the way down. No.
Okay.
You got a red reticle. So what you want is you want orange, yellow.
Oh, okay.
See that?
Oh, okay.
Now try yellow. Do you see that better or do you see yellow better? Click on it.
Click on...
Click through them. Yeah. Orange, yellow, and yellow. Just click through different.
I mean, I think the orange yellow is fine.
Hostiles up
Okay,
front.
then leave it on
Yeah.
that. HP bar.
Okay.
We're at the top. Okay. Scroll down. Now because most
Nina said
games...
blue.
Yeah. Most games use green or blue-green for a color HP bar. I usually tell people to usually go with green or blue-green for the HP bar.
Okay.
This is going to show you your life.
Oops. I think blue-green.
Okay. Now your shield is your overshield. You could leave it as that, or you can just find a color that's good for you with the overshield, so you know how much overshield you had. I go with pink.
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
Okay. In your warning color,
Uh-huh.
click. Make sure that's red or pink.
Okay.
So these are your warnings. Okay. So we're gonna go back into the game. Don't worry about your aim yet. Just walk out to where the little two guys are, right out underneath the stairs. Straight ahead, right there where there's the numbers was like 50 meters, 20 meters, blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Okay, I want you to stand at about 50 meters, or sorry, 10 meters from them. On the line.
Okay.
All right, I want you to quickly move your hand, just using your wrist to flick left to right. Don't move your arm, just your wrist, left to right. I gotta open your stream back up so I can see your
Okay.
wrist.
Yeah, he's actually he knows what he's talking about. He was a big leaguer, so the fact that he's helping me is amazing. Nina, yeah, he's seriously doing this out of the kindness of his heart, so it's pretty amazing. So I figured I was just gonna stream it because I wanted other people to see, like, maybe they're gonna learn something.
Okay, so when your wrist,
Heads up. Hostiles.
just make sure that your forearm is touching the ground. You don't want your wrist to pop up. Your wrist and your
Yeah.
forearm always has to be on the mat. Okay? Just pivot left to right with your wrist. Now I want you to switch between the heads of left and right bot and try to perfect as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just try to go as fast as you can.
You want me to do what now?
Just switch back left and right and go as fast as you can. I want you to try to keep it in the middle of between their eyes, both the eyes. No,
that?
not super fast. Not
Okay.
super fast. No. Just, reasonable. Does
Like
it feel?
that?
It feels way too fast, right?
Yeah.
Like you're overshooting. Okay, so we're gonna go into your settings.
Okay.
go to keyboard. Okay, so we want to bring that whole mouse horizontal sensitivity to 2.5. Just type in 2.5 on both of them.
Okay.
Heads up, hostiles.
And because you're newer and your hands are getting used to this, we're gonna turn something on that should help you. See where it says mouth smoothing?
Mouse, yeah, right here.
Turn that on. That's gonna keep the jittering down. It's gonna make sure that you're going and moving in straight line.
Okay.
It's a little more precise. Once your aim gets a little more comfortable as you game over the next couple months, you'll be able to turn that off, and your aim will be fine. But this will help you. It's like training wheels. So hit escape.
Okay.
Just go back into the game. All right, I want you to do the same thing using your wrist. Just try to go with the middle of their heads. You want to put that red directly when you're looking.
Right.
Don't stare directly at the reticle itself. Stare at the target and bring your eyes to the reticle. So basically, you're looking through the reticle. You're looking at them. Kind of think of it as a scope on a weapon.
Okay.
A little bit better. Okay, so all I want you to do is you're going to take that reticle and you're going to put it directly in the left target, right in the middle of his face. And I want you to use your AWS keys, strafe, and try to keep that reticle directly in the middle. Don't try to move the reticle, just try to keep it in the middle of his head and just go left or right.
Me go left and right? Like with the W?
Yes, you, with your AWS keys.
And then you
just go left, try to keep the reticle in the middle of his head.
I can't.
Using your wrist, it's called micro adjustments. You're going to slowly move your mouse. Use your AWS keys to move and use your mouse. Think of it as like your mouse is your head and your AWS keys are your legs. It's your body.
Okay.
Try to keep that reticle as best as you can in the middle of his head.
I'm trying.
This is all going to be I know. This is all going to be alien to you. But the thing is we're going to figure it out, okay? And move large movements. I want you to move super right and left. Like as far as you can go, and just make sure you're keeping your hand in the middle of that the mouse there. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is what you have is called move. There's a name for it, but basically what it means is you have too much overflow. You're overshooting. Means your brain knows that there's too much of a movement, so that your brain is afraid of over adjusting. So one of two things is going on here. Either one, you're trying to be too precise, so you're trying to like prove to yourself that you could do it, or two, your hand literally can't keep up with that movement. So what we need to do is go in your sensitivity.
Okay.
We're going to drop it down to 2 on each one of them.
Okay.
Now let's do it again. Now remember, the mouse sensitivity is going to be slower.
I can't.
Try to keep that reticle in the middle of the head.
Whoops, I didn't mean to shoot him.
Micro adjustments. So you're just using your wrist and using your hand to slide that mouse ever so slightly to keep that movement in, balance.
I'm trying.
We're going to get you to a point where it's going to feel normal to you. You're going to feel weird. Once you actually are able to do this, it's a weird feeling. Like I said, this is all foreign to your brain, so you got to give your time to your brain to adjust. It's going to take 2-3 days for your body to adjust to what's going on. Now I want you to strafe left to right, like long distances. Just hold down A.
Okay. Whoops. Fall off
No,
the
you're
cliffs.
Yeah. Well, that happens too. I said, this is all alien to you. So it's like I said,
I can't
just
get it
give
to
your time.
turn the way I want it. I'm
No,
trying
it's
to
fine. It's
look the
fine.
way I'm going.
We're working on that. We're going to train your brain
Whoops.
to do this.
I didn't. What the fuck am I doing?
Like I said, don't beat yourself up. I've literally
Heads up, hostiles.
played like way worse. Like, brother, it's not even like the fact that you're able to even keep the reticle even near the inside of the lines is not even funny. Like, it's like, you see what I'm saying? You're damn near there. That's the point. That's why we're trying to get your aim like a perfect balance.
I don't know if I have like enough mouse room, or I feel like at some point I'm starting and then like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying to. I feel like when I go this way, I can't turn my I can't.
What you're doing is just move the mouse itself left to right. Don't even move. Just stop, and then slide your mouse using your wrist left to right.
Like this?
Do you feel that? Yeah, yeah. Do you feel that? Don't move your wrist or anything. Move your hand. Pivot your hand. No. Keep your wrist locked.
Hostiles up front.
Locked down.
I'm on. So, like
Your wrist. So your wrist is touching the mouse pad.
Yeah.
Keep your wrist locked down. Lift your mouse up with your hand.
Lift it up.
Yeah, lift it up. Just pick it up. Pick it up in your hand. Just pick it up.
I did. I'm holding.
I'm watching your stream. Now move your hand left to right, just in the air.
Okay.
You feel that? That's pivoting. That's micro aiming.
Okay.
Okay, that's the only part of your hand you should be moving right now.
Okay.
When it's on the mouse pad, that's the only thing. This is called micro adjusting.
I can't keep it on his fucking head.
I know. That's why we're fixing that. The sensitivity problem. It's not you. Trust me when I say it's not you personally. It's literally sensitivity.
That's like
Hostiles up front.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm watching what you're doing, and I'm trying to calculate what a good sensitivity is for you. Okay. So what we're going to do with the sensitivity is we're going to go down a little bit lower to 1.8.
Okay.
Now give it another try.
Oops.
Heavy weapons.
God damn it.
I'm love.
Okay.
Now just try to keep the reticle in the middle of the yellow lines. Don't even worry about trying to be perfect.
Heads up, hostiles.
Yeah, we're getting better. All right. See, there's improvement already. So what it is, it's a sensitivity issue. So what we got to find a sense that works with your hand and your body, because everybody has a nervous system, right? And your nervous system will be affected by how your hands move. So like some people have cerebral palsy. You could have a neurological problem going on right now, and you not even realize it. That's the problem with medical services, right? Like they don't always have things. So you have to find a sensitivity that works specific for your brain. So what I want you to do is just strafe left to right and just shoot targets. Left to right. I want you to shoot the left one and then move to the right one. And just try to shift targets as fast as you can.
Do you want me to just... You don't want me to move the mouse at all? Just strafe?
No, yeah, move strafe. Move the mouse, everything. I just want you to shoot the target.
Double KO.
See? Fuck.
I'm just watching what you're doing so I can figure out what's going on.
Heads up, hostiles.
That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing.
Okay, so when you're shooting the target, does it feel sluggish? Is that kind of what it feels like? Like you're going through sand?
6 in a row.
Like a little bit, yeah.
Like a sticky feeling? Okay. So this is where we're going to go and do a complete opposite, Cutter. You ready? So go into your settings.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Go into your settings. Now I want you to go to 2.2.
Okay.
Okay, do the same thing you were just doing before. Just strafe left to right, try to shoot. Does that feel way too fast?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so this is where the science comes in. Your reason, while ago you just said it felt too slow, like you didn't have enough movement. Now you feel like you have too much movement. Your brain works weird ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back down again, and we're going to keep doing this until your brain adjusts to a certain movement. You just got to give your hands enough time to figure out what's going on with your brain, your hand-eye coordination. It's got to catch up with itself. So we're going to go back down. Now let's go down to 2.1. And we're going to keep going down until your brain continues to adjust. I always call this like aim therapy. Like I said, I do this for a living, so it's like I've seen. Like I said, your aim is nowhere near bad, brother.
Okay, thanks, Nina. I don't know if I feel it yet, but okay. So do the same thing now.
Same thing, brother.
Double KO. That's 3.
Hostiles up front.
Wow, 4 in a row.
It's already looking smoother to me.
5.
So what we gotta do is we gotta micro adjust your sensitivity to where it's damn near perfect.
6 in a row. Way to go. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go in your sensitivity again. We're gonna go down by 0.5 points. So see where it's 2.10. We're at 2.05. And this is just a little time consuming, and I said I apologize.
Oh, no.
This is-
Whatever it takes to help me get better.
No, we got you, brother. We got you.
It's all about whatever. I gotta find a spot that works for you. Yeah, I know. I've never worked on this or had someone to work with me. So this is like all new territory. Okay, so do it again.
Yep, keep going.
Double KO.
Bogey's incoming.
That's 3.
And just to think, there's about 5 parts we're gonna work on here, Cutter. So this is part A of like a 5-part series. So this is just you learning macro adjustments with your hand. We haven't even got to the elbow, the arm.
Unbelievable.
Whoops, fell off. Oh, see, it gets sometimes I get stuck or something like.
Yeah, no, we're still getting your brain caught up with itself. Like I said, these are movements that you have never used. You also need to sit a little bit just slightly closer to your desk. Your arm's a little bit too far out.
Okay, see, I wasn't sure, like, because I see some people there that looks like they're playing with their arm, like, stuck straight out, stuff like that.
No, brother. So your elbows, bring your elbows into the end of into your ribs,
KO.
like a puppy dog. So just put your hand straight down on the desk and keep your elbows into your chest. Your mouth should be directly in front of your chest.
Oh my god, well, I don't have room to do that.
Yeah, you're fine. So what you're gonna do is just slowly bring your hand out until you feel comfortable. It's basically you're working that muscle. These are muscles in your arms and your inner part of your arms that you've never used. So it's like I said, your brain's got to get caught up with what's going on.
You want me to do what now?
You're fine. Just grab the mouse
Okay.
and just slowly move your arm out just a little bit.
Like this?
And then you're retraining
My
your
whole arm
arms.
or
You're
just like
retraining-
my elbow? Like, am I like this? Like over here?
Yeah. Just make sure it's your wrist and your forearm are laying flat.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're just retraining your body. You don't want to lift your forearm up. You don't want to lift your wrist up. It should always glide across it.
KO.
Hostiles up front.
That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing.
So if you had to switch and look behind you right now, what would be your first instinct? And then I'm gonna tell you how to do it. If you can
What
naturally
would
do
be
this,
my
then we won't have
first
to worry about it.
instinct?
If you have to look behind you at a 180.
to flip my wrist like this?
Okay, can you do that
No, I can't.
in a movement?
I can't.
Okay, so this is where the forearm comes in.
Okay. So.
These are large movement.
Like
There
that?
you go. Yeah. Just practice doing that really fast. And then you go right back into micro adjusting with your hand.
Bogeys incoming.
Oh my god.
So this all takes time. You know what I mean?
No, because I feel like I keep fucking running out of room because then I start moving it
Yeah,
and then I'm over
you
here.
have a very small area to
Yeah,
move in.
I don't have a whole lot of space. I'm sorry. This is all I have, man. This is it.
Your mouse pad, can you not move it to the right?
This is a whole desk pad. That's not even a mouse pad anymore.
You can't move the room to the right at all, can you?
No, this is a wall right here. Where this monitor is, there's a wall like.
Yeah.
No, I'm stuck, man. This is all. This is it.
Okay.
I know. I don't. That's all the space that I have. It's a small desk. It's what I could afford. It's what I got, and I don't.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You said the pad itself doesn't move to the right?
This is a whole entire thing. Like I can move the whole thing, but it's
to the right.
yeah, like that.
It'll give you more space. Then your keyboard will be to the left of the edge.
Okay, like this.
Yeah. Just move it a little bit as far as you can get as much room as you can.
Okay, I think officially this has got to go somewhere else.
See, now you got way much more room. 2 hands length. That's all you need.
Give me a second.
It just takes some adjusting. I had to say the same thing to somebody else about this. The problem is like when you first get into it, you start realizing like, yeah, it's a lot of fucking. That's why my desk is so minimalist. There's like not very much here.
Yeah. Well, I'll figure out what to do with this later. Give me a second. Sorry. Turn off.
There you go, man. I got all night till the tournament. We even fucking
Yeah.
knew it.
Shit. That means okay. It's at 6, right? So I have to stop.
9 east.
So 6 o'clock for me. Okay.
Is
so,
it 6 to you? Okay. I'm in Texas. So I don't know. I think it's what 8 for us.
Yeah. No, just that in about a half hour, then I'll stop.
No,
to get
it's
dinner.
straight up 9:30 for me.
9:30. Okay, yeah. So I'm central. So that's fucking 8 o'clock for me.
Okay. But I still have
Eastern.
about an hour and a half before we start, basically.
Yeah. And this can all be fixed in like less than. Okay, so remember a while ago when I said bring your elbows in to your chest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then put your arm straight out. So you see that? See how it feels in your elbow? Now move your mouse forward and backwards. Just like you're gliding it forward and backwards. With your whole arm. Like you're sliding your forearm forward and backwards.
Like that?
Okay. You feel you feel how your arm can just like it's a natural feeling. Now chicken wing out a little bit. I call it chicken winging. So bring your arm out just a little bit and then do the same thing and it feels weird. You'll feel it in your shoulder and like your forearm. It feels weird. You're using different muscle groups. The problem with doing it that way is you're going to get fatigue and your brain can't keep up with your eyes and your hands in that way because you're not naturally supposed to move your arms in this way. That's why like professional if you ever see like turrets and shit like that in the Air Force and stuff like that back in the day in like World War II, how they were set up really close to your body, or like the 50 cal machine guns always have the fucking shit in the inner and you grab it, right? The grips are always at your chest because your muscle groups are tighter this way. You're just able to hold control. It's the same thing with the mouse.
Double KO. That's 3.
Yeah, see, there's a drastic difference, brother.
Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's
Drastic
amazing.
different.
See, but I have to pick up the mouse sometimes because eventually you can't keep going in a fucking circle, right? So I have to to keep going around. I feel like sometimes.
Yeah, we all do it. We all do that. That's nothing normal. Nothing abnormal, I mean. Having to move your mouse around and then pick it up and move it a little bit is fine. Your brain will get used to it, and it'll be normal. You'll do it all the time.
KO. That's 3.
You seeing this, killer?
No, I'm gonna rank.
Look at this man's aim.
Wow, 4 in a row.
It's already 120% better.
so close to winning this, and then I want to check out what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're getting him dialed in, brother. He's damn near there.
Smoke screen.
Yeah, so basically what you need to do right now, Cutter, is just you're teaching your brain to do whatever it takes to keep the reticle on the target.
Wow, 4 in a
And as you
row.
continually doing this muscle memory, you'll learn to forget about moving the mouse. You forget all that. It'll just be natural. You understand?
Yeah.
You see how you're tracking targets now? You just
Yeah.
go as fast as you can. Don't overthink it. Just fire. Give two shits about worried about having to reload, all that shit. Your body's gonna... The character will reload when it needs to.
Gotta keep it up. Bogeys incoming.
I say you're not gonna be perfect overnight. This takes time. And then as you continue going every couple, I say about once a week, Cutter, what I'll do is I'll sit with you and we'll look at your aim and see how much muscle memory your body has built up and what muscles your body is using properly. Then we can adjust going from there. But just looking at you right now, brother, you're already aiming like 100 times better.
Oops.
That does damage too if you can hit him with it.
Yeah, and I think I did that accidentally one time.
Okay.
Here, let me pull you up now, Cutter.
And it's not gonna be perfect, like I said, because you're brand new to this.
Yeah.
But you're already building a
Everything
foundation.
takes time.
You're already building a foundation.
All right, let's see your guy.
Heads up. Hostiles.
Fuck. Okay, I gotta stop. I'm starting to overthink myself again.
Yeah, it's fine. Which is fine. Your body's gonna do that because your brain's got to get used to it, and your wrist is probably gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know
Because it's
now.
not that good, but it's gonna help you out in the long run. Though.
Yeah, you're gonna build muscles in your wrist. You're gonna feel sore probably for a couple days.
Triple KO.
It's a weird sensation.
You won't have as much cramping as you would now.
See, still up there is hard.
No, it's fine. We're gonna work on that.
Brother, I still, like, when I'm trying to figure out when Luna freezes,
Way to go.
I still miss almost, like, 70% of the time I go for that top target, so, like, it's no worries, dude.
So flicking. Have you ever heard the word flicking, Cutter?
I mean, like, flick something. Yeah, I mean, I've heard the word
Yeah,
flick.
yeah, yeah. In the gaming. Okay, so
Not in
stand still
gaming,
right
really.
where you're at. Okay, so stand still where you're at. Don't shoot anything.
Okay.
See the target that keeps going in front of you? The one that's directly in front of you, going left to
Uh-huh.
right? Oh, I don't want you to shoot it. Just move your reticle left to right and follow it.
Like, almost like as if you had aimbot, just keep shooting, make sure
Yeah,
that
just
it stays on it.
follow it.
Oops. I didn't mean to shoot it.
It's all good, it's instinct.
And I want you to flick. So basically, you're moving the mouse, like I was showing you with your arm, straight up to the target. You know the target is above you. Just try to find it as fast as you can.
That one?
Yeah, just try to find it. So keep moving between that target and that target in front. Remember, you're also building muscles in your wrist that you've never used before.
Yeah, and this isn't gonna take like a week for you to master it. Like, this takes time.
Yeah, it takes time, but you got to build those muscles in your wrist.
Oh, that one.
You're
There
gonna
it is.
get
Bogeys
yourself
incoming.
to that.
Now, does this feel too quick, or does it still feel muddy?
Uh,
Does it feel like you're overshooting, like your brain's, your hand is just overshooting no matter what you do?
you know, the one, like this one here, does. I feel like I'm trying to lead it, and then, but when I go up, I think I can target that one pretty good, but like following
Okay, so
this
it's
one,
distance movements. Okay, yeah. So this is a muscle problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into your setting.
Okay.
We're going to come back down to 2. So I'm already predicting that your natural aim range is probably about 1.9. But we got to get you there. We got to get your brain fixed to it. We're gonna keep lowering.
Heads up, hostiles.
Yeah, I keep on. I can't.
Yeah, you're moving your whole forearm and stuff. You just need to be moving the hand.
Just the wrist.
Yeah, just wrist.
Okay.
Remember, we're not worrying about being extremely precise right now. We're just training your brain.
Yeah.
I mean, legitimately training your brain.
Yeah, it just feels like I'm trying to get like too far. Like
No, it's fine. This is what I'm wanting. This is good.
Whoops, I didn't mean to shoot.
This is actually really, really good, Cutter. Like I'm saying, I'm telling you, like from doing this with hundreds of people,
Heads
I'm
up,
telling you, what you're
hostiles.
doing right now, brother, I think you have legit natural raw
didn't
skill. No, it's fine. You're gonna make everybody does. You're nervous.
Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong
Yeah,
button.
you're just nervous. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oops.
I've worked with, like I said, I've worked with hundreds of people, Cutter. I've seen people with aim that you would just be like, "What the fuck?" Even for somebody that's never played before, you'd be like, "What is going on?"
Smoke screen.
Damn it! I'm sorry. It's just okay. There's other things that cause me to sometimes like twitch.
No, it's fine.
We don't have to get into it. So sometimes I can't control that my finger hits the other mouse.
No, you're 100% fine, Cutter. What we're doing right now is we're training your muscle memory.
Hostiles up front.
I'm telling you from working with hundreds of people, Cutter, that you have natural raw talent. You just need to retrain your brain. That's all it is, brother.
But,
Okay,
yeah,
I'll switch to the target up top. Try to guide with it, just using your wrist. And it's not going to be perfect. What we're doing is we're retraining your brain. And I would explain to you why this is happening, but if I explain it to you, then your brain will not learn.
Well, then don't tell me what I'm doing wrong.
No, I have to. I have to tell you that that it's fine. I'm telling you for a reason. And then after
Okay.
we're done with this, I'll explain to you why we were doing it. And once your brain, you'll have one of those dumb moments where you're going to go, okay, I get it.
Hostiles up front.
We're training your brain, brother.
Yeah, it's feeding it a new algorithm to your body and your muscle memory and your mental memory when it comes to looking at scenarios like this.
Okay, so let's go back in your sense.
Okay. Thanks, Nina. Settings. Okay.
Go back to 2.2.
2.2.
And it's going to feel ridiculously too fast. Because what's happening, so now I can explain to you what's going on, and we're going to precisely get you to the point where you're supposed to be. The reason it's going to feel too quick is because now your brain is starting to understand that your wrist is having to over-adjust. Your brain is catching up with what's going on. So we're going to do this just for about 30 seconds. And we're teaching your brain that this is too fast for you.
Okay.
Bogeys incoming.
Do you remember earlier? Now I'm bringing this back up, and you're going to go, oh shit, yeah. Do you remember earlier when we changed your mouse
Yeah.
to 800 DPI and you were like, this shit feels way too slow?
Yeah.
It's because your brain has learned that fastness is what you need to move in adjustments. It's not what it needs. If you want to be precise, you have to teach yourself to be precise. And not
Okay.
everybody is 100% direct on. There are some people who shoot directly on. Sometimes I say they're probably cheating. Because I have a
Right.
hella aim, brother, and my accuracy is still sitting around about 50
Well, if
to
you ask
60%.
I think we ran into like I don't know if the whole team was or they were just super good and they came into, but the Rocket on the team had like 16 kills, 0 deaths, and like 35 assists. The top guy had 40 kills and 5 deaths, and everybody else averaged about 38 kills and 5 deaths. Our team was like 0 and 6, 1 and 8, and all this. Like, is that cheating, or did we just run into like extremely good pro players? Which I'm not. My first thing isn't to like say they're cheating, but like the sniper was like balls dead accurate. Rocket, like I just didn't know what the hell was going on. Like it was, I couldn't do shit.
All right, sensitivity. We're gonna put it 1.95.
1.95. Okay.
Like I said, I have a hunch that you sit between 1.9 and 1.95. I'm like dead on 100% certain that your natural aim rhythm is between 1.9 and 1.95. You see how smoother it's getting?
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. For retraining your brain.
Oops, there goes. That's fine.
No, it's fine. You actually hit that motherfucker with it.
Oh, I did.
You actually hit him, though.
That was purely by accident.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, this is your brain's twitching to that in that direction. It'll be muscle memory. Just smoothly move your hand. Don't adjust. Don't anything. Just smoothly move your wrist and hand.
I'm trying to, but I'm trying to follow him at that. So I'm like, I can tell that I'm like trying to jerk the movement because, like,
no, you will. You will. It takes a moment, Cutter. Believe me, this is all natural. This is I've seen worse, brother. Like way worse. This is natural for somebody learning.
So now I feel like he's moving like super fast on me.
Yeah, because your brain's catching up with itself.
Damn it.
Yeah, now that you adjusted it, it's gonna take you a second to get used to it.
Your brain has to get caught up with itself, Cutter.
I'm telling you, Cutter, no matter how many times I switch my sensitivity, the minute I switch it, it's gonna feel janked right off the bat, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god. But if it's the setting that I need, I will figure that out after giving it a proper run. And usually a proper run for that would mean I would put approximately 2 to 3 hours at least into that, maybe less. But I roughly want to get a standpoint on what feels more comfortable when I'm dragging my aim anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why.
You're also moving a lot of your forearm,
I was
Cutter.
gonna say,
You move just your wrist.
I've noticed you substantially been able to like stay on him a lot more.
Yeah, way better. That's why I told him. Like, way better. You remember how your aim was before, Cutter?
Yeah.
That was really, really, really hard to stay on target?
Yeah.
80% of the people you're going to be playing against are going to have aim just like you had before. You're already leagues higher than the average player right now.
Yep.
Damn it. Sorry.
No, you don't have to keep apologizing. It's normal. You have to teach yourself that it's normal. It's fine. It's just what you do.
A teachable moment there. You definitely, when you're playing Punisher, if you ever do play Punisher, when you're going up at least a couple of stacks of people, you're definitely, like, the fact that you actually hit that on the move is good. That was actually a teachable moment there, because when you do that, and if somebody is coming after you and they're moving, and you hit them exactly like that, that gives you a solid second to get back with your team.
To move away, yeah, to evase.
Yeah. So if anything, dude, you just did another.
Here's my question:
right.
Are you hitting a key on the keyboard, or are you hitting it on the mouse?
No, it's my right finger that's over the other mouse trigger. And I think part of that is when I play Scarlet, I'm always popping that thing, and so I'm flicking my right finger.
Right, no, it's fine.
And I have a problem that causes me to, like, sometimes I can't control, like, certain things.
So that right finger can actually be put on the side of the mouse.
I don't
briefly.
What? I can't do that. I don't know how to. I can't do that and keep my thumb over here. I can't, or my finger.
Okay, I got you.
I just can't. I can't move my hands that way.
Got you. Okay, so what we're gonna do is this is gonna sound so weird when we do this. Go into your sense.
Okay.
Put it on 3.
Holy shit.
Okay, now I just want you to run around. Don't even try to be perfect or anything. Just use everything I've taught you and just look at targets and move. It's going to feel way the fuck off.
Need some raised
Oops.
firepower.
I moved my hand to the wrong spot.
No, it's fine. It's gonna feel way the fuck off.
Yeah, I can't do that.
But we're gonna do this for 30 seconds.
You want me to move and try to target him?
Heads up.
Yeah, sure.
Hostiles.
Or did you want me to just follow him?
No, what you're doing now is fine. Just try to follow him with your reticle, move around.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, no, and you're not going to. We're training your brain to use micro muscles that are in your hands. Macro, whatever the hell they're called, your metacarpals, all those different things. You're learning to use these muscles. You can do it for about 30 seconds. I actually have a timer. I'm doing 30 seconds. But you can even shoot them if you want to. Basically what we're doing is we're teaching your brain that something's really, really off. So your body's going to try to learn to micro-adjust to what's going on. And then once we get back to a normal aim, your body will still use those muscle movements, but won't overthink itself. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hostiles up front.
5 more seconds.
That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yo.
1.9. Have fun. Just run around, shoot shit, move, everything you need to do. Use this aim for pretty much today and tomorrow, and then I'll hit you up in like a day or so. We'll go back on this in about a day or so.
Okay.
Have fun being an aim god for a couple days. I guarantee you your accuracy is going to go to at least 40-50%.
And don't shoot yourself down for the first bit here. Just like I said, like just keep working at it, keep trying it out, keep playing at it, and you will find a huge difference.
6 in a row. Way to go. Unbelievable.
Remember, just look through the reticle, look at the target, and just bring your reticle to the target.
Like,
If that
I had
makes
to
sense.
step away for a moment, but like I could just hear you mauling fucking all the training bots left and right.
Yeah, he's hitting them like 60-70% of the time. This is
that's a
drastic
huge
difference.
difference. This is a huge difference, Cutter.
And use your forearm, use your hands, use whatever you got to do. Basically, you got to teach yourself new macro movements with your body. Do whatever, just do it different ways, and then we're gonna retrain your brain.
Heads up. Hostiles.
Like I said, if you continue to do this over the next, like, I'd say year or so, you'll learn on your own
Smoke screen.
how your body moves, and you'll be able to micro adjust your sensitivity. Try different characters, whatever you want. And remember, with Scarlet, with the aim that you have right now, you want to move large movements. Use your arm, pivot your arm from your elbow, then micro adjust with your thing. And then there's something called butter scraping, Cutter, which is basically like where you just move your mouse right, and then you bring it up just real quick, and you just briefly bring it up for a second, and you just scrape like you're scraping butter. That's a good way to do like a 180.
Like that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's called butter scraping. Here, I can turn my camera on. I can show you.
Well, who's next? Our foes have
See my hand?
Yeah.
Butter scraping is
Oh, like that?
yeah, it's just quick movements. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's butter scraping. It gets you in a direction that you need to.
Who's next?
You're gonna learn. You're just basically gonna use this until your body gets used to the large movements, or you get more space
Kill.
to move.
That did the trick.
But we're not done though. That's what I mean, Cutter. Like this is just getting your aim to where it needs to be in a solid position where you feel balanced, and it's gonna feel really janky and weird because your body's still trying to catch up with itself. But I'm telling you right now that there's like a 300% improvement.
Be right there. Wow, 4 in a row. Our foes have found us.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That did the trick. Double KO. That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row. Chaos always prevails. 5. That's amazing. 6 in a row. Way to go. Unbelievable! Show's over. Our foes have found us. Double KO! Simply magical. That's 3. Show's over. Double KO. That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing. Your tail ends here.
Yeah, you got a substantial difference now.
6 in a
You've
row.
changed it too.
Way to go. Well, who's next? Unbelievable. And so it begins. Chaos always prevails.
Yeah, that's dang that aim, pop off King. Thanks, Payaz. Yeah, these they're helping me. That's the big difference. I can tell definitely a big difference. I just a lot of my problem is like coordination. I've never been extremely coordinated, so trying to manipulate, two hands to do different things, and even the fingers to do different things on each hand is, it's always been kind of like a difficult thing for me
Show's over.
to do. You know what I mean? But I feel like I can. It feels a lot better than what I was doing.
That's 3.
Well, I just
Yeah,
headshotted
that
it.
was Charlie.
And so it begins.
Pretty much.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Just aim and click
That did the
anything
trick.
you see in the sky now.
Yeah.
5. That's amazing.
Okay, well, I'm running out of my powers or whatever.
Show's over. Double KO. That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing. 6 in a row. Way to go.
I don't have any powers.
Show's over. Double KO. And so it begins. That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row. Who's next? 5. That's amazing. 6 in a row. Way to go.
How's that aim now, Cutter? I'm watching you on Twitch.
Check it
Oh,
out.
are you? It feels a lot better. Way better.
Yeah.
Like,
Your posture's better. Your tracking is great. I'm watching you hit those magic missiles from a long range.
Your tail ends here.
Awesome, dude. That was only 2 hours.
Double kill.
Do you feel the improvement yourself? Have you
Yeah.
played any games after
No,
this?
just this, but I have to stop for dinner for a little bit, and then because I want to make
Yeah.
it back by the skirmish. But it's been a world of difference. Like I feel like I can actually like target. Except for it's making me. If you guys see me move a lot, it's because I'm like literally putting my. I'm like.
Yeah, you're putting yourself off kilter. It's just because your brain has to adjust to what's going on. Like I said, it's you are like physically and biologically changing how your arms and everything interact with your hands. That's
It's
what
like
hand-eye
martial arts,
coordination-
man. You have to unlearn as much as you're learning. You're replacing shit that's active by default. It's a tough process, but like you got it.
I told him he's got raw skill. Like that when he was working with him, I was like, this is not going to be as hard as I thought it was going to be. Like he's got raw skill. Remember, you need to lead a little bit with those things so they fly. So that's the other part of learning the game. This is learning.
And
the
Cutter, I would
projectile.
say as someone that I play a lot of Scarlet. If I'm ever questioning my aim with those leads, if they're on the ground, they do splash damage. So you can aim at the ground in front of them too. They might not do as much direct damage, but if you got 4 of those motherfuckers and you're pouring in on someone, if it's a healer, they'll still die.
Micro adjust slightly in front of the target when you're throwing the bolts.
And if it helps, since she's not a typical aimer, she'll like auto aim in a bit, you can flick with your magic missile.
Yeah.
Like don't be afraid to flick in front and then aim back on them.
What do you mean, like?
Make sure.
Like flick and find one that you're gonna trace. Like let this one spawn with full health, and then as it's going forward, auto attack it, and then like flick to in front of it, like a little bit in front of it, and shoot your missile. Right, so where it's going to be.
I don't know.
So act like you're attacking.
Right.
Yeah, so act like you're attacking it. So you're attacking it, and it's following. So now aim toward the ground a little bit. To make up for it, because if you miss completely, you're not doing any damage. But if
It does
you hit
basically like a grenade
See?
splash.
See,
like
there
that?
you go. Exactly
Yep, there you
like that. Yep. Great. Yep. So that's a way to make up for it. If you're just not feeling confident that you're gonna hit them point blank, you can still do. See, you hit that one. Yeah. But don't feel bad about flicking, especially with her, because like as long as they're in front of you and you're holding left click, you're not even gonna lose the auto attack damage.
And learn to use that E.
Show's over.
E's super important. What I do, and it's completely up to you. But I do it where I know the enemy's probably going to retreat, because as soon as a healer knows it's being attacked, they freak out and they either turn around or they run away. So
Fly
if you
up
throw
there,
it in
too.
a choke point, it stops them. And it stops them from healing themselves too,
Whoops.
so that's a perfect time to magic missile them right in the face.
Yeah, if you hold down shift and you fly up to the top, you can hold down space and you glide.
A disappearing act.
That's how you hit targets in the air.
Oh, I did
Yep,
not know
and that's where that ground damage comes from. So you're gonna want to shift and almost like to get the most distance out of it, you want to like look straight vertical to get all the air you want.
Just hold down space.
Be right back. Double kill.
She doesn't stay in the air very long though.
No,
He doesn't, but the more you get vertical, the higher like straight up you are, it'll stay all the way until the end. So you'll feel the glide a lot more the higher you are.
hold down, just hit space like you're jumping. Just stand still. Just stand still and hit space so you're jumping. At the peak top of your jump, look straight up. Just look straight up and hold down space as you hit shift.
And that's the highest you can get. Yep.
Do what now?
You're gonna flick. So you're gonna hit space at the pinnacle of your jump when your character's the highest. You're gonna flick your cursor to look completely up at the sky and hit
And
shift.
just hit shift and then hold down space.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay,
It's
give me
just a
second.
combo.
Give me a second.
All good.
Okay, so... Okay.
Goodbye for now.
Oh, it's running an ad.
Okay.
Oh, is my... I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then you did everything correct, except you also still need to hit W for forward
Oh
as
my-
you aim up. That's okay. So it's gonna be space flick, like space
Shift,
pinnacle of the
hold down
jump.
space.
Yep. Yep, just what he said. So space, shift, hold down space as you flick to look at the sky, and then hit forward like you're going forward up into the air. Then you hold space and you'll be floating, and you have enough vertical that you can glide for at least like 5 to 10 seconds.
There you go.
Like
And you
that.
just hold down that space. Yep.
Yep. Now hold space. There you go.
Oops. I didn't do it.
Yeah, you gotta
Fine,
be
it's just
careful. I
practice.
make that same mistake.
But if
Yeah.
you have 2 of them, you can get hella high in the air.
I didn't do it. That one's gonna take a while.
Yeah. It's
It's all
just
good. You
It's just-
can,
I
if you
can't-
feel comfortable, if you feel comfortable, you can pre-aim at the sky, and then do it there like that too. You don't have to like flick up. You can look where you're gonna be going up in the vertical. It's just dependent on are you in a fight, and is that gonna get you killed? Yep, you're doing it. Yep, and then you have all the time as you glide to shoot down at the enemies, and as you saw,
So-
it does splash damage.
what this is called to us in the gaming world, Cutter, is called tech. And tech is like, if you were a skateboarder and you wanted to learn how to ollie or do a kickflip or some shit, it's the same thing, Cutter. You have to teach yourself to do these things, and once your muscle memory, once your brain catches up with doing it, it'll be second nature to you.
Whoops. I didn't do
Every
it.
character has tech. It's like Spider-Man. I don't know the tech for Spider-Man because I don't use him, but you could go to ask Toji, and Toji could tell you everything you want to know about Spider-Man.
Goodbye for now.
I can't do that. I can't right now. That one's gonna take a while. I'm not coordinated.
It's going to take you a while.
I keep wanting to
you're
pull my
good.
like arm off the fucking table.
Yeah,
Because
focus
I
on
feel
focus
like-
on that. Focus on what you were taught today. I was just talking about. We both saw you trying to use that correctly, and it's like a trick shot. It's just muscle memory, and you just got to build that.
Well, once you learn to do it, you won't have to move your reticle straight up in the air. Your body will just do it. Like you can do it without looking in the air. It's just teaching you to look up keeps your brain learning how to use the W and space key at the same time. Because basically what you're doing, as soon as you hit space, you hit shift, and then you hold down W and space at the same time, and that puts you straight in the air.
That's amazing.
This basically it's space, shift, and then W and space at the same time.
Space.
What's up, Duff? Hit
So-
spacebar to jump, and then you hit shift to do the glide, and then you hold down W and space at the same time. There you go. Once your body learns that, then you won't have to look straight up.
So it begins.
You're gonna go straight up either way.
Right.
Oh, I need to do one more Overwatch game.
Ugh. No, I'm just messing.
I got to hop for Hangout. We're doing this event, but I'll be back later. Cutter, great
Mike.
job. Like just watching you, like from spectating you earlier, already huge improvements. The biggest thing I noticed was your posture and your setup, man, and it's gonna be super beneficial. It'll actually make you start feeling better about it. You just got to get used to it. But like, way to go, blessed. That's awesome, man. Only
Thank you.
2 hours in, and you're there. That's awesome.
It's like I said, it's the first time. I'm gonna hook him up here in about 24 to 48 hours, and we'll go from there. And then he can start working on tech, and I'll start giving him tech stuff on certain characters he wants to learn. And we can hook him up with some people. Like if he wants to learn Penny or whatever, I'll hook him up with Boomer. I'll talk to Boomer about it, or people like that, and we'll get him some people. And
Same with
Punisher,
Iron Man,
I can work
man.
with.
If you want to know Iron Man, I got you.
Yeah, I play a lot of Iron Man, Punisher, Scarlet.
Hey, hey, Mike, really quickly, where is
Head
where's
In the
the
Hangout.
music updates? Where, first off, I am actually starting to learn Iron Man. Second off, where is this music update gonna be?
So it's gonna
So
be in the
Cutter-
Hangout.
Yeah.
So Cutter, what I want you to do, grab Namor. This is another character you need to learn. Now that your aim is like
already did
really
it.
on
I mean,
point, that's another
here's
character
the
you need to
thing.
learn.
Okay.
Here's the thing, I don't need to grab
easier
Namor
character to
since I already follow him on Instagram, so... I follow the voice actor on Instagram.
Okay. So you want me to pull out to use Namor real quick?
Yeah, grab Namor.
Okay. And then I'm gonna have to stop in a few minutes only because I got.
No, you're good. You're good.
So Namor, which I gotta find him because let me find him because okay, that's Iron Fist.
Yeah. Namor will be your friend when you're learning how to aim properly.
There he is.
Some characters are going to feel really sluggish, and then I'll show you how to fix those. So people like Iron Fist, most of the tanks, you're going to have to increase your DPI in games. It's
I don't know
different.
how-
Those individual characters.
Namor does not lose.
Always keep the reticle just in front of the yellow of their body. There you go.
Wow, 4 in a row.
You never had a chance.
5.
So his,
Amazing.
there you go. His stuff moves really, really fast.
I don't know.
You can literally put the reticle right on the person, just throw it.
Unbelievable.
So his right throw, what happens if you hit E twice? Just try to throw your squid down somewhere. Remember they stick to things, so just try to put them up high where people can't hit them.
Okay.
And then your right click, if you get hit with that, they'll all turn on that person. It increases their attack. Or if you get a headshot with the spear. You hear that dink sound? That
Yeah.
dink? That's a crit.
That's 3. Wow.
So throw down a squid and then right click on a person.
Throw down a squid.
Impressive as
Just
always.
hit E, throw down one,
Attack them.
and then right click on a person.
I don't know what do you mean?
Your right click is your big throw. That's the big spear throw. It's the splash throw. So if you hit E, yeah. So if you throw down E, put a squid, and you right click on a person, it turns that squid on a person.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
E. Or if you crit, see how you hit them in the head? That's a crit. And their attack speed goes up like exponentially. So if you have 2 squids out and you hit somebody with the right click or you crit them in the head, those squids will absolutely just demolish a person.
5. That's amazing.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's your body still has to adjust to the muscles in your body. I'm not even joking to you. Your body's gonna be sore. But yeah, just work on the characters that you feel comfortable with and continue doing that. And like I said, here in about 24 to 48 hours, we'll work on it again, and we'll go over the same things. We'll go through like a training session. We'll go through and we'll work with your synths, and we'll dial it down. So between 190, I would say between 188 and 195 is going to be like your perfect. Let's call it perfect sense. It's where your hand-eye coordination just vibes with your mouse and your brain.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little raw because I've never played him, so.
Typical air breather.
Yeah, he's,
I'm actually gonna tell you to go in your sense and go up just 0.02 points, like 192. Probably 192. I'm just looking at your macro adjustments. I think that should be like damn near point on for you.
okay.
Typical air
Yeah,
breather.
that's perfect. Okay, yeah, your macro adjustment. I just needed to fix your macro adjustment.
That's 3.
Yep, there you go.
3 of them down.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Just as expected.
5. That's amazing.
And so right now, because you're learning all this, you're basically going through what it's like a. I don't want to use the word existential crisis, but basically what your brain is going through is right now is like some form of anxiety, and it's got to get caught up with itself.
Yeah, he's stressing me out. I can't use him right now.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine, and you will go through that.
Typical air breather.
Double KO.
Succumb to the ocean's might.
That's 3.
But what I was showing you, if you go to the 2 targets that are just sitting at the end there at that shooting range, just stand there. Don't hit them. Use the right target. Throw down a squid and use your right click on that target, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Denizens of the deep.
See? Boom, 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 boom. And if you have 2 squids out, it'll kill him like really fast.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to practice him a lot. I think that I definitely feel an improvement with the Punisher and especially Scarlet. And since I've already been like feeling like I like her, I feel like that's gonna definitely make a difference. But yeah,
Yeah. It'll get better over hours. It
I mean,
takes it takes time for your brain to catch up with your hand. Your wrist is probably gonna hurt. Your fucking forearm's gonna feel weird.
Consider yourself conquered.
Double kill.
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, the 192 is where you sit. I was thinking about between 190 and 195, somewhere up in there.
Yeah.
'Cause just watching you earlier, I was like, dude, he's a 190.
Typical air breather.
So all you got to remember is your EDPI
That's 3.
is 1536. So if you play any hero shooters,
Uh-huh.
so your EDPI is always going to be around 1536 in any game that you're going into. That's a shooter. So, and I'll show you how to translate these over to other games. There's like sensitivity translators where you can change your FOV and it'll show you like how to do it. But we'll get into that later. That's like later down the road.
Okay.
But all right, brother. Like I said,
right.
I'll catch up with you in 24 to 48 hours, and we can go over some more training, and we'll start working on tech and stuff like that with you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. That's helped, like, just in the short time that you were helping me. I think I'll be a little bit better. Well, not that your training hasn't helped, but obviously I've got to, like, put this into motion, right?
Yeah.
But-
So I'm gonna tell you right now, like when I was down talking to Toji, and they went and looked at you. He was like, "Holy shit!" Like somebody literally said, "Holy shit," because your aim is like drastically better, brother.
Well, thank you. And thank you very much. So,
No, it's fine, and we're not done. Like I said, we'll keep working
okay.
on it the next couple of days, next weeks, and I'll work with you, brother.
well, I appreciate it. And then, guys, I'm gonna bounce out and get some dinner so I can get back in time for the skirmishes and stuff. So,
All right, brother.
thank you so much.
Yeah, you're good, brother.
All right, guys. So that's it for me right now. I'm gonna go get something to eat so I can get back. There's gonna be some skirmishes. I gotta find someone to raid out, and then I'll be back. Thank you guys all for putting up with the training. Hopefully. Oh, that's not what. Alright, we'll read out Nikki G here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for hopefully everybody, maybe everybody learned a little something. I know I learned a lot, so hopefully I can put it into play and get better. So I'll be back in a little bit for we're gonna do some skirmishes for our tournament coming up. Thanks, guys.
I see you, cutie. Oh, you know what? That area actually